What's going on, people? I made the video and then I got another ridiculous comment, so I thought I'd make another video. First off, to the person who, uh, is just such the shitty asshole that they thought they would say something about the decor. Um, really, that's what you got. That's what you got. So I'm gonna do you one. I'm highlight this. I'm gonna put this up here for you. Better. I really like this one. I'm thinking about turning it into an actual picture and putting it on my wall just for garbage like you. I really like this. I actually have a t-shirt with this on it, which I wear to all my protesting events. Another one was someone made reference to what I do. That this is probably what I do at most. It's not. So I'll just put a couple photos up here, events I've been to, just in case anyone's curious if I actually leave the house. Trust me, I do. But here's proof. But as I was wrapping it up, I got another comment, and I'm really liking addressing these comments because you people are just you're the garbage that garbage don't want to be a part of. You can't be this dumb. This comment I really like here, which is accurate. Thank you. It's no longer Democrats versus Republicans. It's not. It's real people versus delusional white supremacy. And if you're supporting this, that's you. That comment references to. If you're willing to ignore the Epstein files and not admit that he's as involved as anybody and that they all need to be exposed, that we're asking for all the files to be released unredacted while you make excuses and try to make it look like, well, what if? What if? If they're in the files, if they've done this disgusting, abhorrent behavior to children, they need to hang. And any of those that are protecting them, as they are doing now, whether they be Democrat or Republican, because if Democrats weren't trying to protect somebody, they would be out here screaming at the top of their voice every day, all day long, to release the files, and there's only a handful of them even saying anything. That tells you everything you need to know. This shouldn't be working middle class poor against working middle class poor. You wouldn't even think it should be a thing. It should be us against them. They've decided that even though we've elected them and put them in office, they are better than us. And they can do whatever they want. And you have a group of people that claim to love the country, allowing it to be burnt to the ground to protect a pedophile and the cabal that he runs. Just saying, you would think it would, it's not, because you don't have a Republican Party. If you still consider yourself Republican at this point, why are you doing that? I've never considered myself Republican or Democrat. I've voted Republican up to a certain point, and then I have voted Democrat. To be honest, I don't like none of them. They're all crooks. They go in with a bullshit line that they're going to do this, that, and the other, and they say the same thing every election cycle just to get that job back. And Americans have been to blame for putting this country on autopilot, continuing to vote for the same exact people every time, expecting something to get better, and this is what we've ended up with. The white supremacists have, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. Yeah. And then I got, I'll never be a victim, but white people are being genocided. Do you know what genocide means? Please tell me you looked up the definition of the word before you said it. Did you? Did you really? Where are they being genocided? Please tell me. Please tell me. Come up with something more than what you think is a witty fucking comment and actually tell me where white people are being genocided. And again, look up the definition before you use the word so that you know what it fucking means. Because that ain't it. That ain't it. And it says, have you noticed? No, because that ain't fucking true. See, another white victim trying to come up with some bullshit to explain their white victimhood. Ridiculous. You people are ridiculous. You make yourselves more of a fool every time you fucking say anything. And you know, self-hating boomer, not a good look. I'm not a boomer. Stop it. Be nice. At least a little bit. I'm 2 years younger than that. Don't look like it. Self-hating. I'm not a self-hating. Listen, if you get up every morning and all you think about is your whiteness, there's something fucking wrong with you. If you spend your day thinking about how mistreated you are as a white person, there is something fundamentally wrong with your thought process. I'm just telling you. You've had it easy in this country. The only thing holding you back is how motivated you are to go after it. If you think you can sit around and just be handed something. And the people that are holding you back, all the boots that you lick of the wealthy, that's who's holding everyone back. Because they're the ones buying the legislators that are getting the legislation that keeps us where we are. I've just done my taxes for myself and my wife, and I did my father's taxes. That big bullshit bill everybody was talking about, I guarantee you the wealthy are happy, but there was no change in what we are going to get back. None. Anyhow, the other part of this is, well, this comment here, holy fucking hypocrisy, Batman. Again, look up the word, figure out the definition before you use it in a sentence. Hypocrisy. What have I done? Either verbally or any other way. And I have I said something one way and then said something completely the opposite or done something completely opposite? Because that would be hypocrisy. Do you understand the word just a little bit now? Again, look up what you're fucking typing. Just because you remember a big word somebody said to you one time, don't mean it's the right word for what you're trying to prove. But somebody, I made a comment in the other video that Europe needs to dump their bonds and, let the orange pedophile realize that he doesn't hold all the cards, which he does not. But I will agree with you on they can't dump them all at once because it would hurt the world. It would. But they can dump enough, and they cannot buy enough to keep us at the top. They can whittle away at our economy a little at a time while they divest themselves into something else, which is what's happening already. If you don't know history of this planet, I'm going to give you some homework. Go see if you can figure it out, and then come back and tell me if you figured it out, or if you're still stupid. Let's go. We'll just start at the 1500s, and then you can just move forward from there. We are not the first country to be an economic superpower. We are not the first country to be a military superpower. It's happened many times before. In the 1500s, it was Spain. They were the shit. Their money was the standard, like ours is today. Their military was top notch. They were booming, and everybody was investing in their economy because they were booming. And then, like every empire before them, they overspent They got too big for themselves. And then they decided to use the military. This is a short version. You're going to have to look up the details. Then they used their military to try to take over other territories and countries to take what they had to shore up what they no longer had enough of, which is money or minerals or whatever that made their economy strong in the first place. And then they fell. It wasn't an overnight fall, but others that invested in them realized what was coming and started taking their money out of their economy, buying their shit, and started investing in other countries' shit, which brought about the next economic and military superpower, who eventually failed as well. And then you had Britain. They were the economic, the sun did not set on the British flag, was basically what they would say. And it was true, because they took over a lot of the world and they still fell. And then here we are. So just go back, take a look before you open your mouth and say something stupid. They can start divesting, and they already see it. If you go back just a few years to now and start looking at how much, let's just say, of America they held as an investment compared to what they hold today, you're going to see they're already doing that. They're already divesting themselves from us and investing in other places where they see strength, where they see a long-term, gain. And one place is China. There are countries investing because they see that as a good bet, whereas we are not. We are $38 trillion in debt. Our interest alone, we will never at this rate be able to pay this back, especially when you live in a society where they've convinced people who make shit for wages that they pay too much in taxes. That's the problem. Not that the wealthy don't pay any. It's that we, with our little itty bitty paychecks, are being overtaxed, because out of $1,000, we pay $250 in taxes for everything that we get, including that large military we all love so much. Yeah, that's the problem. So yeah, they are moving their money already. Saudi Arabia is a good case in point. Oil. There was a time where the only way you were buying oil in Saudi Arabia is you used the standard, which was the dollar. Now they will take payment from China in Chinese currency. Never been done before. Now they are. Not to say China is going to be the next economic and military superpower. They're well on their way to be that. But they all do the same thing. They start booming. They build up that military. They look like they're just unstoppable. And then they all do the same thing. They overspend, generally on the military, like we are doing today. And eventually they realize they can't control the world and everything falls apart. So there's your lesson for the day. You can go look it up. You can verify what I'm saying. It's up to you. Or you can just listen, make some kind of weird assumption and do what you normally do and just make a stupid comment. It's just unreal. But I like answering the comments. I don't want to make this video long. I could go this forever. Down with everything you love, 9665. Thanks for the comment, though. FDJT. You'll love this. Thanks, Ireland. Appreciate the support. This person. White people are the victims of their own hubris. They create their own oppression. Yeah. But, of course, the comment I just got, Mr. Dipshit, who thinks that white people are being genocided. Please tell me in this country, unless you're talking about, well, no, Palestinians are not white, per se. I guess you could think they're white if that's the genocide you're talking about. Again, do you not understand what genocide is? Please go look it up. And please tell me in what country. Oh, I figured it out. You're talking about what the asshole Putin is doing to Ukraine. Is that it? Because technically that's still not a genocide, even though you could look at it that way, because you have an asshole who wants something he shouldn't have, trying to take it by force. But you're used to supporting that because you have an asshole who wants to take things by force, which I find funny because the bully went over to Europe and came back with nothing. Actually tucked his tail and decided he didn't want to do tariffs on Europe, and he also didn't suddenly, need to send the military to Greenland. It's a good thing he always underachieves. But that's my video. As I get stupid comments, I will probably do more of these videos. They're actually kind of fun. Other than that, everybody have a nice day. Appreciate you taking time. Keep making those comments. Come on, you can do it. I got faith in you. Let's give it a shot.